All right. So today's going to be a little bit different from yesterday's EML kickoffs. This time we're actually going to be casting over a console league game. Immediately we start off with the Cade and Maverick ban. For the audience's note, the following teams are Election versus Order from the Scissors League. So let's see how this goes. Starting off for the top floor, we've got the Clash to start off for the first round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Bringing the Clash, the Wamai, the Azami. Azami's probably going to be helpful for holding the rafters with the Wamai to deny any utility, most likely.
I'm ready. Perimeter defense online.
But strikes through. Deployed barrier.
Reinforce the wall! Deployed.
Fortifications
Target
upgraded.
activated.
Got a little bit of a lurk here in control from the Wamai. Might be hoping to deny any rafter side pushes alongside the Azami, possibly. Wow, not in time for the mirror denial. Actually ends up denying it by placing it mid thermite charge. I have never seen that before. Unlucky for the thermite. Looks like Ace and the Dokkaebi are trying to clear connector side while we see any progress. Dirk's trying to make IC whatever they can do with this mirror right now. We'll see.
Deployed. We have some time.
And the entry into bottom rafters. Purchase not quite able to pick him off.
Done. Flash.
The question is, how is Kex hoping to entry into connector? The Clash might aggress here early on. Maybe not. Hoping to stay alive a little longer here.
Being compromised.
Meanwhile, Quex on the lurk, trying to maybe catch a flanker off guard. The question is, how do they make the play to move forward here? The Clash is really acting as a thorn on their side. Not really able to make much forward progress, although now that Clash is not connector side, this gives an opportunity for Kex to walk in, possibly.
Changing max.
It's gonna pop. Got it.
Unfortunate close right. Squirt contesting. This has now become a lot more difficult considering they're both pushing the same side and Dirk picked off. Really tough situation. Gets double kill. Can he make something happen? Playing off the Clash shield. Might get shot here, not realizing his rafters. He does realize and picks him off. The Clash definitely making it really difficult to push on either side of the map. And a lot of heavy contests coming from Orange team here. Let's see how Blue goes on about trying to take a little more space here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Wall secured!
It's like we've got a basement set up with the same Warden and Mira. Interesting to see the Vigil and Scopos here. Looks like they're going to run a heavy roam team composition. Not a lot of plant denial we see here. So, although not a lot of utility from Blue here. So we'll see how this transpires.
Swapping mag!
Vigil and Scopos roaming top floor. Not sure if they're looking to peel back here or if they're going to hard hold top floor, or how are they going to respond to a full 5-man roam clear, which it looks like they're hoping to do with the quick entry through Aqua.
Blue is shredding!
And I don't think he knows. Gets picked off, tries to get refragged, gets the refrag Papa here. The Scopos try to come back for here. Ends up refragging back. And now trying to leave with the man advantage. Very smart. And left in a 3v4. It's going to be difficult to actually try to execute.
Remind you that only she decides which agents get the new gadgets. Focus on your post.
Trying to work the Animus hatch here. This Mira, if they cannot remove it, main breach is possibly out of the question fully. Scopos decides to go back on the roam here. This might prove to be game ending if they don't realize. I don't think they know. Maybe Popify has realized this. Popify finally realizes there's a Scopos above, who decides to teleport back, wasting further time. Very good use of the teleporter here. Meets him on the vert from below this time. And the entry from Jeff. Exoside able to walk into sight here. Kills them off that angle. Now, are they hoping to double swing off this? It takes the 1v1 again. Jeff Sicko single-handedly wiping the entire team. No help needed at all. Wow. That seemed like a very good overall round for the defensive team, and also like a lot of time wasted on the roam. However, it just did not work out when the Twitch single-handedly killed everyone. Exoside, the question is, what do you even do there to improve? Do you just try to do the same thing and not get fried, or what's the strategy here? How is defense hoping to
Defenders,
respond to
protect your
this
bombs
now?
from being
We'll
defused by
see.
attackers.
Bringing the Melusi in addition and the smoke. Not that we saw plant denial being the main issue behind the defensive side.
Wall secured.
Explosive ordnance out in prime.
Sentry ready to go.
Let's see how this team will go for the push again. Possibly. Are we going to see another Aqua side entry? They are droning Aqua side. However, we have an early contest. Close left runs across the door. And seen on the drone, but what was Purchase planning exactly there? Was he just simply wanting to be seen and then run away? We see the entry here from Quex, a little more cautious this time. And wow, very, very passive from the opposing team, trying to give up the space almost immediately. However, we do have one playing connector side.
Loading new mag.
Very disciplined overall on the roam. But maybe we get a first pick here. Have a little bit of contesting going on first floor as well. Very layered this time. They're trying to waste a lot more time here. It does look like Attack is hoping to go for a full roam clear before they continue any more aspirations in the basement. They are going to work the Vert. Now we have to ask, what is the kitchen side team going to do? Are they going to try to contest or leave? Because Vert is already being worked and Sight might get hit any second now if they don't move. Does he know? Checks the angle and still gets killed. Does the refrag come? Really tough position right now, Purchase. Unfortunately gets refragged. Really tough spot to be in. All he could hope there was to maybe get an extra kill or two before he died. Good clear here by
Reload.
the Attack, but let's see how they capitalize on this Vert now. Kill by Popify on Vert here? Huge.
Reloading.
Lay the nest.
Looks like it's going to be mostly an Exo take. Square trying to do an early contest, get a few picks before they enter sight. Huge play here. If he gets this could change the tides. Kills the guy in the hole. But maybe not in time for the sight hit. Still on Exo stairs with 5 seconds. That is simply not enough time. They aren't able to contest. Wow. Squared's flank actually proved critical for that push. Really good initiative there. Realizing that this 4v2 is not going to be winnable by sitting in sight. Very interesting to see how we saw 2 rounds of basement despite the ban of all wall denial, so seems like a lot of confidence there from the team. And we do see the Clash and Dokkaebi ban. It looks like there might be more wishes for easier roams without the Dokkaebi. Really strong operator for that, so banning the Solid Snake and Dokkaebi, I think that's a testament to how roam heavy that this team plans to be, and let's see how that turns out for them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I'm out.
do see a top floor hold. Very similar team composition to the first round we saw.
Loading full magazine.
We are now protected. Deployed barrier activated.
Reload.
Looks like we're seeing a similar push. One guy sent connector though instead of two this time. It does look like it's looking like to be a heavy IT side push
Keep a barrier.
with maybe a little lurk on connector side. See how that turns out. Not much resistance right now, Sycomet. The question is, oh, they are going to have that Quex walk up here. Possibly timed with the Flores to mask the sound. Let's see.
Kiba successfully deployed.
Swapping max.
Not a lot of pressure being given to Yazen right now, so Quex is not given a lot to work with here.
Cover me.
What is Quex planning here? Trying to catch him off guard? We do have a lurk storage side that might act as a critical refrag, but Quex does decide to leave. Interesting decision here. They do end up droning the guy in storage. Sigil taking connector. If they're able to take Rafter side now, this IT is gonna sting a lot. The Mira placed mid-breach. Wow. We do see the Hoppin in IT here. Ends up killing the guy IT now. Azami's in trouble here. Although, not a lot of pressure, so he needs to win this 1v1. That's really big for Yazen there. Unfortunately, gets fried from sight. And Purchase is left on his own. See if he can work a comeback here. Able to isolate a 1v1 here, maybe? A little flank coming up behind him as well. Might time this together. And unfortunate. Unable to win. Jeff picks up another kill here. Once again, really tough position to be in. Not only giving up IT, but also very early game, giving up connector and E-box to Jeff with the entry. Very critical, especially sending one guy there who's able to take that much space. It's gonna make it a lot tougher to not only hold that, but also IT, where 4 people are being sent, right? However, these opportunities to take space have been mostly one-on-ones, which have been very critical, but you would think that there would be a little more higher degree of rigor in making sure the space is taken if that 1v1 against the Izami had not gone very well. Well, it did not go very well, actually.
Locate and
But
defuse bombs.
very isolated, very one-by-one, very different playstyle than what you're used to seeing for a lot of teams here from Election. We do see them going back up again this time. See if they're hoping to change anything up with the pulse and mute. We do see the addition of the IQ. Interesting to see. Maybe they try to hunt down the pulse from below, possibly. And the buck is also very interesting. Makes you think maybe they want to go for Vert here, possibly.
The reinforcement would ruin it. Yahaka gave me that mask. Mira.
Again, Jeff being sent solo connector side. Looks like they really trust him here. They do not have any intentions of changing the attack plan. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. This time Squared ready to contest connector, fully expecting him. Interestingly enough, Pulse deciding to play above here. So we'll see if he decides later to rotate or stay inside. Working kitchen side. It looks like they're expecting Pulse below here. Already going for the roam clear. Wow, and the flip towards connector, 2 of them now. Very close on E-Box store here, hoping for an early contest. We can see from Square. And the Buck working.
Detected a bomb!
Maybe Pillar side, maybe E-Box.
Need to reload.
Question is, how is Jeff Sicko needs to take the space if he wants any progress, and he does once again. What? Trusting that no one's behind the mirror. Really tough position again for Purchase. Gets 1 pick, maybe 2, not quite.
Reloading.
Can Yazen pull this out of the grave? Not quite. Really. We didn't see too many adjustments there, not anything that at least seems very evident from Team Election on that round, so you can understand why they want to go basement this time. However, without any wall denial, it just becomes really easy pressure for Order to just open the walls and maybe leave it, maybe go back to it, prioritize their own clear first. So now it's a matter of how does Election want to play the roam? How do they want to play it? They might play it more aggressively now, because once everything comes down to defending site and they're
Attackers
bunkered
need to
in,
locate and defuse bombs.
they're just losing those gunfights. It's really tough. And again, setting up drones up top. We do see the visual now without the Scopos, but we have a Valkyrie as well.
If you need it.
Okay.
Camera feed up and running.
Interesting. Looks like a kitchen side, storage side take. They have drones scattered everywhere.
Camera in motion.
Potentially hoping for a run out here, Persis. Has the window prepped.
Activating camera.
Heavy contest on cargo side we see here.
Boogie deployed.
Auto breacher, go!
And already with the contest, gets 1 kill off of, what is that, storage window? That's going to be really big this time for Election, because the final execute's going to be a little more lightened, the load that they're going to see if they're able to hold this number here. I wouldn't be surprised if Election decides to back up now and count their chickens before they don't hatch. Don't know that figure of speech that well, but
Reload!
check going on to retreat back into site. Again, very passive, very layered defense style. However, it is 2 minutes left on the clock, so they're giving Election, they're giving Order an immense amount of time here to work with Bird. This is going to be really... Sicko gets killed here, actually, by the Vigil. Not sure if Election wants to roam or not. They just keep flipping back and forth, and it worked for them this round. But with the 5v3 here, let's see if they end up giving up any free picks or if they're able to play this out with a 5v3. Yazen with a pick on Exo side. Picked up on the vert. That's big. 1v3. Pabafy expecting a flank. What a swing! Purchase goes down. He might be able to see check on that vert, I'm not quite sure. Probably gonna walk down Exo here. Looks like Election's deciding to take a little more of a passive approach, holding a crossfire of some sorts. Very passive. They do see him on the BP. The question is, and the Goyo, that's going to come in really handy. Pabafy's going to have to rotate around here, which they're now going to expect. But the squared with the early challenge without Valkyrie here, without check. If he dies, this could be trouble. Realizing he doesn't want to make that decision now. Decides to hide. But Pabafy looks like he knows. Can't quite get the angle on both of them. Really disciplined right there from Election. Can he get this? Oh, really close. Felt like really good roam there actually from Election. Got a few picks off the vert. Ended up giving away one pick inside, and the rest was good though. Now the teams are being flipped, so it is a score of 3-3, quite close. We do see the Thermite and Cade ban here. Interesting, you know, bans you would see in your typical ranked game. However, it looks like possibly could be a double wall denial ban once again with the Bandit here potentially. Looks like it. Probably hoping for an easier time opening the walls, or honestly basement and top floor, to be honest. Just a good way to add pressure without having to worry about the two-bro tricks. However, that again does leave the opportunity for Miro tricking on the wall. And of course we do see the yeah, that's what the Thermite and Ace ban would reflect. So, and they do decide to bring the mirror here, so we'll see how it'll work this time. Probably gonna bring a Habana or can openers, see how that fares against the mirror trick on the wall.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Thinking about bringing the Blitz, very vicious to say the least. We'll see how that goes. Now we saw Election being quite aggressive. Order being quite aggressive there on defense actually. Very early contests. It makes you wonder if they're going to reflect that style of play on defense as well, and if that will backfire on them or not. A little bit of recoil control practice from Quex. Let's see if he puts that to use in the round.
Loading new map.
Deciding to bring the Maverick, not wanting to deal with any problems with the Mira here. He is in.
Changing max. Now you see me?
No pressure added towards connector side, it looks like. Maybe that'll be something they will concern themselves with later. Very aggressive hold also, connector this time. A little bit of a different approach than we saw from Election. We are going to see the Maverick trick on IT wall. Oh, and we are going to see a connector side push possibly from DZ. However, he's going to be met with a lot of resistance. Sees him on the drone. How does Quex decide to reposition here? Still stays. Not willing to move at all. Very confident. The question is DZ going to try to move out of this position, or how does he make any more progress? Looks like decides to rotate. Now challenge the Warden here. Azami under a lot of pressure. Possibly deciding to peel back here. Really difficult situation, honestly, for Election. What space do they need to take? Not a lot of space taken, and DZ picks up Jeff
Stand
on
by
a
to witness the punch.
in sight. Looks like they're finally gonna start trying to take rafters, but what else can they take? Because that might not be enough for them. All heavily concentrated in IT. This looks like a tough situation to be in. And the Blitz Aqua side looks like it's gonna be an Aqua hit too, but it's very telegraphed. Order knows this is gonna happen, so let's see how they make this work. Gonna smoke off the Fiddles and rush this guy on the behind the desk possibly? He does! Ends up swinging him! Well timed with the Rafter side take. Now they have a good hold on one half of the site. One of them decides to swing. Not quite. Duck trying to get a pick on the Blitz here. Ends up getting it, but not quite. The Blitz really instrumental there for the Aqua side take, and really good decision to push Raptors at the same time. Looked like it was a coordinated effort to cut the site in half. Really nice by Election. Seemed like they were hitting a wall at one point, but ended up working it out in the end with the Blitz.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And we do see them going top floor again with confidence. Curious as to how they're going to respond to the Blitz, if they do decide to bring one, because that did help them out a lot. It looks like they have a very similar team composition again, but this time with Fenrir. So they want to persist.
Loading full magazine.
Door secured!
Calibrating air compression.
And they do decide to bring the Blackbeard. Let's see if they decide to use it in the same way Aqua side, and if they do, how Order will try to adjust to that.
Going for a drive.
Again, a little bit working the Aqua side a little bit here. It does look like it is the same take, so that's going to be a lot of utility there for Pertus. Wow, and already backing up from Rafters a little bit here.
Swapping mags.
A little bit of hesitance we see here from Order to extend out. It does look like there is a gap to walk up Rafters
RCE going out.
that nobody looks like they're willing to take at the moment. Squared, possibly eyeing Aqua still. Wow. Look at Popify and Duck trying to contest IT like this. But they need a little bit of support on Rafter's door. Not a lot of resistance again. Swings it. This is so aggressive here. Popify going for the wide swing, gets the pick, runs away. 5v3 situation. They're rushing connector side. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late. Ends up getting the pick there. One guy still IT side. The close shotgun warden is such a pain here, but looks like some of them are flipping to IT. They do know that the Fenrir is there. What does Jeff do here? He's stuck, runs across in time. 50 seconds on the clock, not a lot of space to work with, I'm gonna be honest. And no Aqua side pressure. But this Rafters door push here from Czech could be,
Stay clear of the blast!
unfortunately, maybe not that useful. The Warden with the run out. Pure confidence. Purchase, swung, and there goes one round. Wow, just Election not even able to get in the building at all. Like, connector side denied for the most of the round. IT denied. Rafters denied. Really tough. Aqua denied. Or at least not pushed through. Election needs to be a little bit more decisive here and make a decision, and it's tough to do that against a team like Order who holds everything so aggressively, which was quite anticipated based on the way they attacked. So it looks like aggression is their forte, and it is working in their favor. So let's see how Election decides to change or adapt, if they do, against this play style.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Deciding to go basement this time. With the Vigil.
Shell! Loading new mag. Reload!
A little bit of a gathering here in the warehouse. And wow, look how many people are above right now. Seem to be setting up kitchen reinforcements.
Reinforcing wall.
Quite a bit of prep up top. Solid Snake will definitely prove to be useful against this roam that it looks like Order is hoping to achieve. And wow, look at this team split right here. Looks like 4 up, 1 down potentially. Incredibly aggressive here. Does Election realize what's happening? Free pick already with Popify. Square getting pressed already. Connector can't even walk down the lobby stairs without 2 guns staring right at him. And we see another pick. Wow. Nothing giving to Election at all here. Really tough. Like, what do you even do there? And just everywhere, it's just infested with defenders. Storage, cargo hall, you name it. Big pick here from Snake, 4v2. Try to lighten the load here, but might only be a dent. Again, this makes you think, how's Election gonna change their roam attempt, their roam clear attempt? Because this time it looked like they did a sort of semi kitchen side, top floor side, storage side, clear. Very heavily spread out, but maybe they need to be more concentrated in one area, maybe not. We'll see how they adjust. Check, maybe he can make some magic happen here. Who knows? Taking his time, but yeah. What do you even do here? And the run out from Popify, just demoralizing. Or election right now. Look at that recoil control. Really unfortunate, but now that they don't have basement, it's going to be interesting to see how Order decides to play the other sides, kitchen or storage and control. And we do see the Maverick and a zombie ban. Azami is totally reasonable, very effective in honestly all of the sites, particularly also for Rafters, very effective on top floor. So you can definitely understand the Azami ban. And the Maverick ban, just again, leaving the defenders with the attackers with really not many opportunities to breach the walls. And now they're going to have to confront the Mira head on with what they have is being can openers and Habana pellets.
Defenders
So
protect your bombs from being
now they're
defused
going to
by
have to
attackers.
answer to that if they decide to open up any walls. And we do see the control and storage site being picked, so again, expecting a heavy top floor roam here from Order. Bringing the IQ for Valkyrie. And the Habana, of course. But we do not actually see a Mira here, so no aspirations for wall denial from Order.
Active.
Popify ready for war, you can tell. Absolutely showing out this game. You can tell by his movement. He's confident.
I'm reloading.
Deployed.
Hot breaching.
Already getting straight to business. He's in.
Swapping bags.
Election moving with a new type of vigor, honestly. Not playing as slow as they did in the previous rounds. The early pick from Yazen
Located a bomb.
on the aggression from
Reloading.
Popify. Already opening wall.
Knock.
Purchase expecting a hyper aggression here with that hold. I think they've learned their lesson when it comes to this team. Mostly looks like an IT side take. Aruni being completely surrounded here. Aruni and Dark. Looks like they actually hope to stand their ground. Are they gonna back up here? Still contesting so aggressively, understanding that they are one man down. Maybe trying to get a pick off before peeling away. Good recognition of the situation, but see if they can make it happen. A little bit of help from Jeff. Trying to lie in the load. Check with the entry. Gets picked off from the Rooney. And gets refragged. Good refract there from Squared. And now, in a 2v4 situation, it's up to Elevate to see how to demonstrate good technique here and see how they execute on the site. They do have the numbers, but Order is telling them, what are you gonna do now? You've killed us, but now you have to do something. Actually, Quex is hoping for an early contest. Trying to get a pick off here, potentially. DZ fully anticipating it. Still doesn't get the pick. Free fire.
Loading you, Malcolm.
And gets killed. Quex has the play here, possibly. He's the only one above. They do get the plant down, though. Looks like Quex might get contested here from Squared. I don't think he knows. He does know. The question is, how are they going to defuse this? Wow, Quex with such aggression. Squared playing super passive here. Jeff ends up getting the pick. Wait, is he able to defuse if his teammate covers him? Quex can't get it there in time. He's not there in time. He does. What? Quex somehow able to contest there. Seemed like he was too far. Wow. If the Ash would have hopped into the storage window, he would have possibly been able to get the pick. Wow, just incredible aggression from Quex. Understanding that it's either do this or you lose, so just good awareness of the situation. Did not expect that from him personally as well, from my perspective, but worked out in the end, so wow. Ended up turning the 4v2 into a 2v1.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Wall fortified.
Wall reinforced.
Surya in place. Reinforced.
It is match point. It does look like Order did have a disconnect here, but maybe they will join back. Oh,
Bulletproof camera destroyed.
actually, looks like we need to do a rehost.
Blood online.
Never mind. Looks like they're gonna continue with the round here.
Loading new magazine.
Very aggressive player from Squared. Looks like he's all by himself, adding a lot of pressure here. And Purchase able to get some picks off. Gets refragged. Sicko. What a monstrous play. Kills the Blitz and gets the refragged against the Ash. It's up to him to win the round though. You know, 1v2 scenario. He hears the Raptor's door, gets killed off the swing. We are going to be waiting for the fifth one to get ready from Order. All right, and we are back again. And we are gonna get a top floor hold here. Once more.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And we are going to see, interestingly enough, a Capital pick here. We have not seen that yet, so maybe providing a little bit of foreshadowing to the way in which Elevate wants to execute here. And again, we see a similar hold from Order with the same ops, bringing the Legion instead of the Fenrir here. Possibly out of caution for the fact that they're probably going to bring a shield, which they are. And based off of the spawns, it does look like a heavy IT side take. And wait, almost got picked off on the breach there. Reinforcing a bit late, but they're fine.
Starting shock drone.
And now we might see the mirror attempt a trick. However, he's not quite on the wall as of now. And they do end up getting the wall without any resistance from the Mira. Maybe that was not planned. Oh, maybe it was planned. Mira did use both of your Miras already, so not his intention to begin with. Working IT side as well here. It does look like Monty intends to walk up the rafter stairs. It's going to be a lot of pressure coming up for whoever's holding rafters now. And it looks like nobody's holding it directly. Staying behind the mirror, a little bit of an unorthodox technique here. And we do see intentions to hop into IT, and the Monty already up rafters, adding a little bit of pressure in sight. Question is, what do they do now? It's a 5v5 situation still. How do they make this work? Dirk's able to get the pick off IT here. Jackson getting swung. Ends up doing the swinging himself, but is he aware of IT being this deep? Purchase might be in a good position to make this work here. C4 out. Gets flanked by Quicks. Wow. Good aggression here by Quicks here. Not a lot that Elevate, Election is working with. Having taken IT and Raptors is very cramped, but Order ends up getting away with the win here. 7-5 too. Decently close. And we will be moving on to the next map here. You will be seeing a black screen for a moment as we move on to the next map. We are going to see a rematch between these teams in Clubhouse.
dun 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 dun. You're just doing that to your eve. Cause we're falling apart.
All right, and we are back on Clubhouse this time. We got Elevate starting off, or sorry, I keep saying Elevate. Election starting off on the attack. To be quite frank, I'm expecting a Cade ban here, considering the monstrous sight that basement is on this map. And we do see it. In addition to the thermite, kind of gives an idea that most of the bans possibly for order are going to be oriented towards gym, bedroom, cache, server sites, because the thermite specifically oriented for that. But let's see what else. And the bandit again, the wall denial, not wanting to mess with that. As well as the ace. Similar bans as the last time. Curious to see how the last game is going to translate over to this game, and if we're going to continue to see the continued aggression on defense from Order. Order is defending, as a matter of fact, so let's see if they continue to follow their motto here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
With the Scopos. Makes sense. And who else would it be besides Jeff Sicko, who was presumably the MVP of the last game. And we do see a basement start to the round. With Jeff playing the default, not the default, but the AFK strat here. See how that goes for him. The confidence just oozing.
I'm reloading.
And Jeff deciding to play cash side here. We already see someone getting hurt here. Ram getting contested so early from Popify. DZ with the big pick. Able to take blue control, it looks like. They are going to give it up now for Order. Popify again roaming with Quex. 3-man roam, as a matter of fact, sort of. he has made his presence known, Papafy, in bar. That's for sure. Gonna possibly start getting pressed soon.
As my friend would say, time to make a new door.
Deciding to play very careful, very slow here. For both teams on the run clear. Nice little cutoff here from Chex. Might come in handy. Papafy with the pick. Somehow, despite being surrounded, not refragged. What? Another kill? Not able to take any space right now. What is happening? Again, this is just like last game. Election not able to make any progress, but he does have a little bit of a sneak attack here. Once again, we see the same problem. They couldn't take a bar, and if they can't take bar, they can't comfortably work the vert for this site, so not a lot of progress made. Gets the pick off of stock. How does this team go moving forward, facing the same issues over and over again? Is there something wrong with their own player, possibly? Or is it just that they need to win these gunfights? Gets picked off. The window. Tough spot to be in.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
This time we do see the Solid Snake again, and the Capitao for, what is this, Gem? It does look like they hope to extend into Cash, already reinforcing the Cash wall.
Throwing it. Secure.
Same word from camera.
Bringing the Blackbeard here, and all 5 spawning warehouse. It looks like this is gonna be a brutal CC side take from across. Full commit. Can they take it though? That's the question. They do have the numbers advantage. Nading off rafters. That guy's in trouble. Oh, misses the nade. Gets the free pick from the window. DZ has the play here in a fantastic position. Wow, and I think they're gonna back up here. The pressure is too much to handle. Wait, getting swung here, in trouble possibly. These contested and backed up now. A little bit worried here for Order, honestly. These is just acting as so much pressure there with the Blackbeard, and they just have to keep him there, and it's a problem. And opening it up. Cash wall, very clinical, very clinical 1-by-1 procedure here we got going on from Election. Having learned that lesson, it looks like, from the previous rounds. Sights set on Cash, which they do take, but again, just constant contesting going on here from Order, just not giving up space easily, making them work for it, saying you have to maybe kill one person and maybe we'll back up, and shoots his feet. And Logi, that Blackbeard death is going to be brutal for them, but full pro gunfight from both sides. Gets refrag from Warden in corner of Logi.
Have to reload.
And the rest of the teammates not really engaged with the rest of the push here. That kind of fizzled out. See how they decide to continue. It is a 2v3. It isn't over yet. However, this Mira is going to be tough to deal with. The big money here is going to be found in pushing Logi here. Let's see if they can deal with this Mira. What? How are they going to make... So, check? Gets the pick off him in con? What? Kexan here with a critical position to hold. If he gives this up, this could actually prove to be trouble. But there is 20 seconds on the clock. Swings in regardless of the two Goyos. These two Goyos might come to be useless on the floor here in Logi. They don't know where Dark is though. Gonna have to play a refrag maybe. They need to plant the bomb soon. Who's gonna cover Squared? Squared is playing for kill, trying to power the Fender. Gets the pick. Wow. Just in time, few seconds left on the clock. Barely dodges those bullets flying past his head. Very sloppy from both teams there. Really good roam clear this time we saw from Election, going on to bring the Blackbeard, which was most critical, it looked like. Got the first opening pick and Habana opening cash wall. Seems like they're on a good trajectory here if they continue with this game plan. Wow, so surprising to see such aggression from that Mira Kexan there, despite having so much time waste. Very scary to go against a team that aggressive, where you wouldn't expect them to swing things, certain things that they do end up swinging. Always makes you have to keep your guard up. And again, we do see a cache extension.
That's not mine going out.
Possibly gonna try to be a little bit more careful Raptor side here, it looks like, for Order, because of last time's take. And it does look like it is gonna be a full cache size CC side clear again from Election.
10 seconds
Not
left.
Elevate, Election.
5 seconds left before insertion.
What worries me
Attackers
is
are
that
moving out to
if
locate
they're
a
gonna
bomb
go for
and
the same
defuse it.
push here, can they still make it work now that it's a little more telegraphed if they do it again? Not a lot of resources allocated towards cash, it looks like. Despite the, except the utility, of course. Okay, hops to Goyo. Without the Blackbeard now, it's a question of how are they gonna go about this, because that was the main way they won the last round. Wow, not even deciding not to enter the building here, actually. Wow.
Going explosive
Okay.
ordnance.
Quick pick and entry into Rafters.
As my friend would say, time to make a new door.
Order fully ready for the Raptor side take. Question is, where is the other team deciding to push? Ooh, DJ's getting real close here. Kind of messes up the grenade here. Squared has the entry. Can he get this pick? Kills the Sicko on con. And Popify killing DZ and running away immediately after that roam. Really smart play by him now, leaving him in a 3v2 situation. Again, this looks all too familiar from the last round. 2v3, both players con side, or Election gonna make the exact same mistake as last time. Not this time. Popify gets the pick. Super aggressive angle. Without any drone work, it's complicated. Stuff like that will get you in the pre-fire. It's just raining hell. And wait, might get picked off here. Never mind. The quick turnaround from Popify. Wow. Just demoralizing that Election couldn't even get past cash there. I feel like the shield was the critical component. They might decide to bring back the shield again for that, but Obviously, we're not going to see another gym and bedroom. Probably going to be a cache or, yeah, probably going to be a cache site. And we do see the Maverick band, which is definitely very handy when it comes to cache. Actually, they do decide to go basement this time. Never mind.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And we do see an ultra aggressive team composition from Order to absolutely nobody's surprise. With the Scopos, the Solus, the Vigil, the Warden, they are really leaning into this motto, and honestly, it is looking like absolute trouble for Election if they do not change something here, especially given how last basement site went. And we do see a heavily blue side take that Election may want to do with the little lurk here from Czech, strip side. Could be big against Jeff here, but Jeff knows. They know Popify, Jeff doubling up on the strip. Unbelievable awareness. But Czech kind of maybe sensing it here, just maybe holding an angle. How passive does he know? Really worried here. Czech is, rightfully so. Mexico staying put. And we of course do see the blue side take. Very big swing here. Impact grenade gets refragged. Wow. Good refrag there from Quex. And we do see a little bit of noise Jeff is making. Czech does rotate out of strip, saying he does not want any of that. He is in with a big pick here. Wow. DZ already in sight, actually. The flip to dirt. Not even I saw that. And now going to be walking down main here. Popify. And it looks like they're expecting it. Gets killed off the quick peek. Wow, just the flip to dirt out of nowhere. Very good recognition of the fact that Order is once again going to go with an extremely heavy roam and that sight might be free. And these type of sight hits, we might be expecting to see more of these from Election, given that how effective that was.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And we do see another similar team composition. It does look like Order has their little comfort picks here with these operators, regardless of the map. We have seen this team comp in Nighthaven Labs as well, so it seems like they've got all the ops that they're best with here, and they've translated it across the maps. And for Election, possibly looking to work con side mostly in blue. Looks like they want to do a very similar take as the last time. Let's see what changes.
Hasten in there. They'll come to us. I've got you covered.
That's not
And
why
we
I'm
do
going
see
up.
the very aggressive positioning here from Popify and Jeff. And this time it looks like, wow, look at that. Order already changed their playstyle. And the quick pick from Popify. I was saying, Order already having changed their playstyle, bunkering in more, possibly anticipating another dirt side push or some kind of side hit. They've adapted for that now, and it looks like a much lighter roam than before.
Full magazine.
Jeff staying right next to Popify here. Really good cut. Check has here. Again, this is a really important piece of map control. They need to take this. I think Check here's the one. Not quite. Really big pick from Jeff. And now DZ has to make something work here. Gonna leave. And gets ran out on what? From dirt? Okay, never mind what I said about their aggression. Wow. He is then gonna try to pick off and a double team on that warden there. Very nicely coordinated. And they do know someone's kitchen. Or maybe not, unsure. Nice little pre-fire there. And a nice little pick on bottom main. Popify gets picked from outside and a zombie runs out as well. It's a 1v1 situation in sight. Bully ran in. Just swinging everything. He needs to take a 1v1 here. And unable to get the pick on Yazen. Wow, that was hectic. That hyper aggression from Order almost backfired for them, but ended up working out in the end. Wow. We did see a lot more of a lighter roam that round. However, again, not doing a lot with the vert they're given Election, to be quite frank. They ended up taking kitchen, but enough people ended up dying that it didn't even really matter having all that map control. What are you gonna do with 2 people given kitchen, vert, and all the hatches? Not a lot, right? So
Defenders,
Election
protect
just
your
having
bombs from
trouble
being
getting
defused
into
by
an end
attackers.
game situation, a late game situation with their utility intact. So they do end up bringing Ying as their main form of utility here. Let's see how they try to make that work. And we do see Ash side. No, Jim side again with the cash extension. And it looks like similar plan from Order or Election again, sorry. It is just a back and forth. Similar situations, but this time we got Quex playing on Raptors. Can't say that this is a bad idea given the fact that they've been walking up Raptor stairs every single time.
We have some time.
I like this, but makes me question how Election is going to deal with this now. We do have purchase AFK stratting.
Keep like a
And wow, we see a little dirt entry from purchase. Little drone work from Squared here.
Drone up and running.
Wow, a lot of droning right now. Taking a laid back approach. Or a very careful approach at least. Election, trying to find the gap.
Complete.
And they do see, Jeff does see Buck on the lurk. Looking to challenge him possibly, but Purchase still quite far away. Opening up Jacuzzi Wall. Wow, Purchase fully leaving dirt. Maybe he was hoping to be undetected, and we do see someone on that wall, on that window. Yazen expected it. And Purchase gets to pick off where? On Sigil, possibly on the stairs window. Popify down from Cash. Wow, it does look like they're about to take Cash side here, which Order has started to surrender.
That looks like it hit.
And we do see a lot of pressure jacuzzi side, just everywhere. It's a tough spot to be in. Oh my goodness, Popify on Swing's con window. What on earth? It's up to Popify to stop the cash side push if he's able to. This might make their job easier. Wex contesting the jacuzzi walk-in. Gets refragged. Up to Popify and Doc. Or Dirk. DZ gets killed by Popify. Very big kill, but we do see a little unexpected position here from Purchase. Check gets the Himaro shotgun. Very powerful shotgun there, but Popify is in trouble now. Trying to get a pick here, but this master side aggression might be the end of him. And wow, almost kills Purchase. Popify just so resilient in these positions, able to position himself safely in these 1v3, 2v3, 2v4 situations. Wow. The roam clearing ability of Election getting better and better. Playing a lot more patient. The pressure being distributed to a lot more areas with jacuzzi wall, cash wall, even late game, pressure everywhere. Again, another halftime situation with it being 3-3. This time with the defense being up to Election. Last time in Nighthaven Labs, Election had a lot of trouble on attack. So let's see how they... Election had a lot of trouble on defense, I meant. Just ended up getting killed, several people killed by one player or two player consistently, and that just kind of made all of their efforts wasting time on the room pointless. So let's see if they can try to avoid the same mistake again, or... and they do have a lot more of a passive play style. They do end up layering their defense, playing what some might call a little bit more of a slower play style. And nothing wrong with that in particular, but you can't utilize the time that well.
Need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
You
can.
let the enemy pop off in a 1v3, 1v2 situation on one side of the map. And we do see a site hold in cash, is that? A little bit of an unorthodox pick here from Election. A little bit brave also, to say the least. There is Basement and Gym still. Both of them generally considered better sites on this map, but the cash pick, very brave. We'll see how it works out for Election. Maybe they have something particular they want to run here. They do have the castle. Usually people run the castle and lounge, close off all the doors, and then make head holes on lounge wall and watch after, so probably the intention there. Everything's seeming pretty default. And we do see the glass, and Monty, if you have not watched, there was a particular game in Pro League where they did this take on Raptors, smoking off the Raptors door, the glass swinging, and the Monty should walk up Raptors stairs here.
Nice and quiet.
This is incredibly oppressive, and Azami should be worried right now. I think he knows what's happening. Another smoke gone down, and we do see Maverick on breach, opening up wall. Going for the pick. Pressure on lounge as well, but the Monty ends up not even walking into Raptors. Probably worried about the castle and lounge. So castle actually really important right now, but if Ash can clear him here, it's gonna be really bad. As Popify gets a pick stock side. Gets free fragged, wow. And now it's up to the Izami to hold us. Sicko might have an angle. Doesn't know where he's at though. Gets the ping. Picks off lounge. Now DZ needs to kill this glass if he wants any hope. He doesn't know where the glass is. Runs away, and he's giving up Raptors. The wall's open. So much chaos right now. This is all culminating to what is known as a losing round in cash. Based on what's happening so far. For Order. Just getting developed with the early challenge. Gets refragged by the Monty. Huge. Really, really tough position for Squared here. If he's able to isolate this red, he could kill this Monty in a 1v1. No. And gets meleeed. Tough spot to be in. Really, really nice strategy there we saw from Election. Going on to take Rafters with the Monty Glass. Really, really interesting to see that. Common strat in Pro League. Sometimes you see the Capitao instead of the Monty. Sometimes you see the Capitao, Monty, and Glass. Sometimes you see a Ying there throwing the Candelas up the stairs, but the Glass will do. Although we did see a lot of discipline there from Azami, not swinging the Glass, knowing what's up. And honestly, it looked like most of the round came down to the 1v1 between Castle and Ash, and the Castle being picked off there allowed the Monty to walk up Rafters, and once Rafters is taken, it is effectively over when it comes to the site in Clubhouse, and I think most people know that. Once gas is taken, it is really difficult, which is why gas is usually one of the lesser picked sites in competitive play.
It'll sting a lot. Barricade set.
And we do see a good amount of plan denial with the smoke, and Goyo a lot more of again methodical, slow plan denial style we see from Election that we do not see at all from Order, or for the most part. And it does look like we have a little bit of a blue take for the most part. The Monty, a very interesting pick to see for this side. An early contest from Yazan. Yeah, he's in trouble, getting pressed by Jeff. He wants to get this opening pick, and wow! Barely kills him off the pixel. That aggression from Jeff, that's what gets him all the kills. This quick peek. Really tough spot here. Oh my goodness, Quex with the strip side push. Wow, just look at the way Order just takes the Verdant. Absolutely nothing like how we saw Election do it. Complete polar opposite, with Jeff playing as obviously the entry, fully running at that Scopus. And looks like they have further intentions to push into blue. The smoke's gonna come in handy, delaying what looks like the inevitable. We do see DZ fighting his demons, nobody being on main stairs. Never mind, someone is main stairs. Quex in sight. This looks like a really nice position for Monty to plant, but he's kind of in the enemy's crosshair in Arsenal. And a 1v1, does he die here? No. Wow. Again, what a nice roam clear there we saw from Order. Wow, just completely rushed in through Secret, Jeff, and also we saw the strip side take. Again, it's really hard for the roamers to work with anything when it's just the Scopus. Honestly, leaving one guy on the roam there against a team like this, really dangerous. Or leaving two people out on the roam, really dangerous. So it's a tough spot to be in. This Election decide to maybe die down on the roam, maybe go full bunker, or do they want to peel back earlier? Do they want to maybe, I don't know, play super aggressive on the roam? It's up to them, but all they do know is that Order is gonna come hitting on the roam super aggressively. So let's see how they approach it.
Attackers need to locate and
They
defuse
decide to go
bombs.
master bedroom. Good idea to switch it up. Probably with a cash side take here again. Order dominating last game and this game. Not too much though. It is 3-3 still, but it does feel like Election is barely holding on. With a few good rounds, however, it feels like it's so much more effortless for Order, and Election is straining to get rounds out of him and trying to squeeze out advantageous positions that Order is just making them work for. No, not a lot of easy rounds being given to Election here. And we got a blue side take for the most part. Probably gonna go cash and across, and we have Jeff Hurst going even after the Monty. Wow, just running past him, trying to take space. Monty meleeing the soft wall. Maybe expecting a Goyo on that soft wall. He's trying to melee. Quick pick from Popify there. Jeff expecting the flank. Probably heard the vigil. That's really big. 3v5 is really hard to deal with here. Wow, and it looks like they're retreating, except for Check here. Trying to get a pick before he runs away, possibly. He needs this. He needs this. He's in, picked off the window. Check in a really aggressive position here. Needs to get something back. Because a 2v5 is not going to cut it. But Election playing so slow and careful right now. Never mind. DZ ends up getting the pick on Logi. Contradicting me. Now the question is, how is Election going to finish this out for the 4v3? They do have the numbers advantage. Wait, Quex close on the door here. Deciding to chill out. Wow.
Reload!
The issue is they're all flooding through one area, but the Monty's gonna prove to be really useful here. Jeff looking to run in. Has the entry. Recover the planner. And what? Does not see the Melusi next to the bomb. Wow. Picks off everyone. What? Nobody saw the Melusi there? That looked like it was the end, but Election once again losing another advantaged. Oh no, winning a disadvantaged round actually. Sorry, Election coming back from that 3-4 position with the Monty seemed like it was impossible, but made it work. It does help the fact that they were all flooding through one door, so kind of Order putting themselves in a tough position, having to walk through a single door. Really nicely done from the Melusi there. But how many miracle plays can Election rely on before it runs out? Although let's not say that was luck. Let's just say that was good positioning. Who knows? But the triple or double kill? Just completely unexpected. Caught Jeff off guard too. Missed him completely in his crosshair, but
bombs from being defused by attackers.
we do see a CCTV site again. Wow. The CCTV really, that's interesting. They did end up losing CC actually last time, so. It makes you think, why would they go back here? It could be because basement did not go well at all. I think they want to avoid those heavy roam clear situations. The basement does have a lot of verdant. Order is a monster when it comes to roam clearing, so I can understand the cash choice. However, the previous cash round did not go that well for Election.
Changing back!
And it looks like they're bringing a similar strategy, but since the Monty was banned, we're gonna have to see a different approach for the Jeff. He might just try to swing him without the Monty here, acting as a distraction. Wow, gets shot through the smoke. And wow, Popify hopped into sight, gets killed. I think that was through the sight window. Wow, we do have some pressure on main breach here. Just completely challenging the Azami 1v1 or 2v1.
Reloading!
Does DZ get away with this here? Just completely unbothered. Not giving it up. He's fine. Maverick continuing with business as usual. The question is, what are they going to do moving forward now? They have two snipers. They don't have Raptors control. Without Raptors control, this main breach being open is practically useless. It is. Jeff looking to kill the Sazami here, I think. This is going to be really important. He needs this if they want to win this. Wow! Anticipates the lounge. Picks him off. Not refragged. DZ looking for that refrag, but unable to get it. And we got a 1v1 situation here, it looks like. And Castle rotating back to lounge for the extra support. Jeff in a really tough position and gets swung by the zombie. Yeah, what do you do there as Jeff, right? You don't know if lounge is going to swing you.
Loading new magazine.
Keck's kind of in not a very...
Throwing frag grenade.
kind of in a weird position here. What does he do? Felt like Jeff was the only one who was fighting for something meaningful. And now Kex and Dirk not really doing anything. Wow, Kex runs in. Oh, barely missing DZ. And now Dirk just hoping for free picks here. Maybe some hyper aggression. Maybe some arrogance possibly. Let's see. And it does look like Dirk is not interested in any more combat. And it looks like with the Monty Band proved to be really useful for holding Rafter side here. That was the critical component that helped Order win on the attack. Or, sorry. Yeah, Order win on the attack. And now we have 5-5. Very close matchup. And, wow. Wait a second. We do have a pick to go basement here from Election. I guess they would prefer that instead of going bar. But, again, basement went really bad. The roam was just really ineffective. And let's see how they handle it this time, right? They are getting... Order is bringing the snake back again and similar operators, so you can only imagine a similar blue and strip side split.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Curious
being
to see
defused by
how
attackers.
Election handles this,
Deploying explosive.
or it'll be maybe the same story as last time. Oh wow, and we do see the addition of a Blackbeard. Even worse. And look at that. We do have... Wait, Solus was caught on a drone. He doesn't know. Check doesn't realize it. Maybe he pulls out his Solus scanner. He needs to know now.
Specchio sensor on the lookout.
Wait, what? Okay, so... Wow, what is this here? Both of them roaming blue side. Yuzin, without the DMR here, uncharacteristic of Tubro. We usually see him with the DMR. Shoots the drone. Does he want to contest this? Jeff, is he going to go aggressive again? Might hop in here. Ooh, but he does hop in. Wow. Wait. Look how quickly Election has given up Vert.
Specchio active.
Wow.
Looking for
Looks
intel.
like they want to attack them from below, maybe? I don't know. Maybe play for some C4 kills here. Again, now that they've given up the Vert, yes, they haven't died on the Vert. This is their plan, but you have to figure out how to win this. Like, how are you going to win this with this much Vert? This is going to be a really tough position now. At least none of them have died, though, so they're going to have to force Order to pull off some type of execute here to win the round. So they're telling them, hey, we've given up the Vert. We're at a disadvantageous position, but you have to do something. You have to... the ball's in your court. So it does look like they want to push blue side. Gonna double up on this guy here. A little bit of a run out from Kex here? What is that? That is not a run out. That is an attacker. We do see some aggression from Solus. Not met with any rewards. And fully in blue right now. Wow! And in pretty much in sight here. just flooded site. Just really hard. No movement navigation available for election at all. So just completely squeezed into site. Really hard. Yeah, the basement is not for them. At least not against this team. And wait a second. It looks like they're going basement again. Wow. Interesting. Very stubborn here. Stubborn or confident. Possibly might try to hold Vert a little longer this time, or
Attackers need to locate
maybe deal
and
with it
defuse
better.
bombs.
Somehow, some way. Who knows?
Barbed wire is up.
It is match point though, so high stakes here for election. They need to do something quick. They need to change how they've been playing not only this game, but also last game when it comes to the basement site. So, interesting, the dock pick. Not very conventional here.
Reloading ammo. Connection is.
Deploying jammer!
And look at that. We do see a cache extension for Mute. Maybe not, maybe so, but he did put a mute jammer there, maybe for phantom pressure. Interesting to place mute jammers. And yeah, it does look like it is a similar sort of push. The Azami going on the roof instantly, for what reason? Not quite sure.
Reload!
Wow. Wex already in pool.
Reloading.
And again, we do see Vert being given up a lot. If anyone is roaming, nobody. The only form of contesting we have is squared on these stairs. And they're already opening up blue. Let's see. They don't actually have the Ram this time though, so maybe it's not gonna be as difficult. And wow, very aggressively swinging the hatch. He's not willing to give up the space, and not really contested here. And wow, wait, am I walking into the crossfires of Squared here? Oh, I think he saw him for a moment. Dodges the C4 barely. Already bought a main. Trying to get this pick here on Arsenal. Maybe if he can, this will be big. Already dropped Moto. This close range shotgun is going to be difficult for Quex to deal with. What? Runs across the door. Playing a little bit slow here. Wow, swung from Arsenal. Big pick from Czech. How does Dirk deal with this now?
You're lucky I'm here.
Flying on the hatch. Maybe get a free pick here. Wow, yep, he does. 3v1 though. And watching the hatch drop nicely from this rotate. Gonna have to walk down main here. Wow. What on earth? Picks off Yazen off the swing. Okay, he knows. Moto. Ooh. That Arsenal swing is going to kill him, though. It's hard. Nice try there from Dirk. Wow, surprisingly, Election able to actually win their first basement site on defense. This time it looked like they were contesting a little bit more space. Actually watch, like, swinging the hatch from Dirk. Or, as we saw, swinging, like, the bottom main double door. So holding space in basement with a little bit more authority we see from Election. And we do see going back to CCTV, actually. Which they're more confident in than basement and gym, it looks like so. The crux of CCTV is rafters, though. So if Order is able to figure out a way to take rafters here,
Defenders, protect your bombs
this
from
could
being
be
defused by
tough
attackers.
for Election, because that is the most important piece of map control on the site. So however, with the Monty Pan, again, the Monty Pan it's difficult to make it work, you know. Easy with the Izami. However, they don't have any Jaegers in particular, so I'm surprised not to see a Gabata or any sort of utility dumped on rafters. It doesn't seem to be their intention.
Camera feed up and running.
And of course, we do see the castle and lounge. This is the first obstacle they're gonna have to overcome, this lounge player, before they hope to set their eyes on rafters, if they even want to at all.
Starting shock drone. Jammer ready.
Reloading!
And we do see Quex trying to work the guy in lounge here. Really good position, because he can hold the lounge guy from outside and quickly clear the castles. This is going to be a critical gunfight here. Yazen picked off by Jeff from on the roam, on the lurk somewhere. And we do see Purchase might have the flank here on bottom main. How's Quex doing in terms of lounge? He's still playing a little bit of passive. And wow, are they going to start working secret? Well, Castle's not even in lounge anymore, so they're not really pressuring anyone. It looks like lounge has been given up fully by Election, which is a really important piece of map control here. I don't think Purchase is seen yet. Decides to rotate, maybe back up secret here? I'm not has Order is about to realize that lounge is free now. But just as they're about to realize it, Purchase walking up secret stairs. Now they know. Rafters being picked off. They can't take Rafters control. The swing on red. Goods gets the pick here and now. It's just up to Purchase. The wandering traveler, the journeyman of this round. Let's see if he's able to finish his final destination, and he does, but not in the way that you want it to. A little bit more of a spread out take this time, sending people gym we saw, and secret side and bar, or at least the door from bar into lounge.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And it is match point in favor of Order. And they do have the defense, so. And if they're gonna play basement, they have been very successful for basement here, so it is looking up for them as of now.
Redecorate.
Let's see if they go again, heavy roam. Probably will.
Razor wire. Reload! Try to get through that.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Reload!
Popify absolutely dominating with 15 kills. And we do see Quex and Popify take on a very aggressive position here. So it does look like it's going to be a two-man roam like we saw last time for basement.
Swapping max.
Never mind. Popify decides to back up. Maybe he thinks he's been droned. And Quex with the early contest stock door. Is he going to get refragged from lounge? Yes, he does. Big refract from Yazen. They needed that one.
Boogie on the field.
That's really big. And now it is a 4v4, but they do have a little bit of good map control here. Election. How do they use it though? Pavlofy holding the hatch. And wow, it looks like the team is fully bunkered in with Dirk lurking in bedroom gym side here. He might have to play late game.
Reloading!
There's no way anybody would know he's there.
Starting shock drone.
Okay, now that you have all of this control, what does Election decide to do? This is your time to show you are the better team. You have to show it now. You either win or lose here, based on the next few decisions we're gonna see. Yazen with a pick on the vert. Huge 4v3 situation. We might see a little bit of aggression here from Order trying to get the pick back. And Jeff the swing! Flashed! And gets... Oh! Kills him after being flashbanged. 3v3 situation. They're holding the stairs.
Drone standing up.
That if Jeff died there, that could have been over. The round. Stays alive. And wait! Hops down in Motos squared and nobody knows, I think. Can he get something going for himself here? Now they know. Takes off Arsenal. This could be it. Wow! What a cut there, killing the Defender that was lurking in Master Side. How did he know? It's up to Jeff to win this now. The man, the myth, the legend himself. And oh, unfortunate. Good swing there from Squared. Good timing. And yikes. That's really tough, man. Jeff pulled off an absolute show there, killing the refragger after getting flashbanged, and it still was not enough. That moto drop was what actually finally won, so it is 7-7 overtime match point. Wow. Close match here. Election coming back from the grave, and they are on defense, and Order is on their strength attack. Most of their rounds have been won on attack. Some of their most dominant rounds have been won like this on the side, but let's see if they follow suit again. Pressure's high, so I'm curious to see if Order is going to keep up the same aggression on attack, on the roam clear as last time, or are they going to be a little nervous here that it's overtime? Are they going to play a little bit more laid back, a little bit more slower, or are they going to keep their signature?
Camera in position.
We do see the winning team composition for this for Election that won them the previous basement rounds. Sticking to their guns here, not switching it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. And once again, we see a similar sort of similar set of mute jammers here on Cat's side, even though Squared refused to play her last time, probably just to add some pressure here, make people think they're there, he's there by putting these mute jammers in. Or maybe he wants to play here. It could be possible, I think he is. But without reinforcing Jacuzzi wall, a little bit dangerous. Wow, very brave here from Squared. Gonna embrace Order's wrath here. And they are gonna take blue side again with the same aggression as they always have. It does look like Squared is gonna go undetected unless he actually fully left the room. And they're fully bunkering in! Wow! How is this gonna go for them is the question. They're not... It's gonna be the 2-minute mark by the time Order has finished roam clearing. So now, it's up to Order to win this game with all the space. And look at the mute jammers here, adding phantom pressure on Quex. He thinks Amelia is here. Popify picks off the guy in blue. Oh my goodness. They need to take care of this guy here. 17-10. Popify needs to be stopped here if they want to win. Jeff and Popify together on blue side. Yikes. This is critical here. They need to hold blue. They need it. If they lose it, it's practically over. Quack's pushing. Okay, we got a main and blue side split here. The Grim's going in.
Drone going live.
Up to Jeff. He has the eyes on him. Oh my goodness. Dirk with the pick here. From afar on the angle. And we're gonna see a push from main side also. Up the Check here. Check has the play. Needs to get the kills here. One pick down. 1v4. Top main, bottom main. Picks him off. Wow, what a round. What a round. How unfortunate there. That blue side push was the main gunfight that needed to be won, and yeah, Order does come out on top on that. Wow. What a game. And that will be it for the series between Election and Order. Very close matchup overall, honestly. Both of the games, Nighthaven and Clubhouse, could have gone either way. It just swung towards Order side, and the aggressive team ended up prevailing on top here. But again, really close, really interesting to watch how the teams try to adapt there and adapting adaptations and countering counters. It was very polar opposite playstyles you saw from both teams, and a lot of clutches. So overall, that was pretty interesting watch. Thank you guys for tuning in, but that'll be it for this match, and more to come soon in the future, guys.